ya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, my student, and also Dr. Muhammad Abdallah Raswan Atia from Department of Geology, National Research Center, Egypt. I invite him to give the visiting lecture today. This is the session 1. He will give twice, session 1 and session 2, and session 2 inshallah will be next week. I'm sorry, Dr. Muhammad Raswan, can you on cam? Okay. Alhamdulillah, thank you very much. Because in the trial in Zoom, in verification of a visiting lecture, I get that the trouble net in the process of Zoom online. So I asked him to send me the video of the visiting lecture. And today I will memutar apa play the video and then you can ask a question along the video playing in the chat of Zoom, and he can answer in the chat of video. I think chat of Zoom, I think like that ya. Saya dalam bahasa Indonesia ya. Jadi karena dalam verifikasi visiting lecturer, karena saya belum pernah bertemu dengan beliaunya ya, ternyata trouble gitu ya di Zoom-nya. Tetapi saya menghendaki beliau bisa saya undang karena ahli geologi ya. Jadi akhirnya saya beri pertolongan supaya bantuan ya, bagaimana kalau video saja yang dikirimkan ke saya melalui email kemudian saya putar selama visiting lecturer. Jadi untuk pertanyaan tidak seperti Profesor Ewis ya, yang bisa langsung disampaikan, tolong ditulis di chatting dan beliaunya nanti akan menjawab di chatting juga. Dr. Muhammad Razwan, you can answer the question by my student in the chat of Zoom. It is to overcome the trouble net. But if it is on the fluent net, you can give the answer directly like Professor Evis. I think like that, yeah. Okay. There are 3 sessions today in the program. I will give the introduction first, and then visiting lecture, and then a question and answer ya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I berikan ini ya, presentation. You can give the question for one question for each group ya. I will divide and the student become and the one group for 5 students ya. I give you the introduction for first ya. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is a visiting lecturer program 2026, batch 2 scheme B ya, for mineralogy class A, with my title utilization of rock minerals for manufacturing of functional material ya. This is my title of proposal and alhamdulillah approved ya. This is purpose of visiting lecturer in my proposal to improve learning quality of mineralogy ya, especially about utilization of rock mineral for manufacturing of functional materials, to build sharing of knowledge with researcher of NRC Egypt in mineralogy. Yes, this is for sharing of knowledge. So no material today will be the material for examination. For examination of student, only from my material, ya, not by Dr. Raswan, ya. And then to increase number and quality of collaborative journal publication, ya. And this is the inspiration why I make the VLP proposal, because I get non-collaborative publication in Egypt. Alhamdulillah, I can publish three apa, Egyptian journal in this Scopus Q3, ya. But not collaborative with the Egyptian researcher, ya, alhamdulillah. And then I make the VLP, and I join collaboration with Professor Elvis from NRC2, ya, from Egypt, and I get a VLP 2025, but for element chemistry, ya. And then I make the other collaboration, and alhamdulillah, yeah, this is not VLP, but for additional publication for PUBT 2015 and 2016, ya, alhamdulillah, I can make the collaborative journal key one, ya, with Professor Evis, ya. Uh, and then this is for VLP 2026 with Dr. Muhammad Abdallah Raswan Atia. It is for Batsu Scam B, Mineralogy Class A, ya, after midterm. What responsibility for us? Ya, for me, host, I as the paper writer, and I make the publication process, and I am the main author, and I am the corresponding author. And what responsibility for Dr. Muhammad Abdallah here? It is for visiting lecturer, 200 minutes in Zoom, and as co-author of my publication, ya, collaborative publication, ya, I think like that. And this is schedule, ya, for VLP 2026, ya. This is session 1, 100 minutes with title of visiting lecture, rock mineral for additive and substitute of cement, ya, only for cement. And session 2, inshallah next week, this is about physico-mechanical properties of cement with rock minerals as additive and substitutes, ya, inshallah like that. Happy Wednesday. This is a curriculum vitae, ya, for Dr. Muhammad Abdallah Raswan Atia. This is worker, ya, in Geological Science Department at the Research Center Egypt. Yeah, she is the researcher. And this is the background education. He get the education about geology, geochemistry, and applied mineralogy. Yeah, and his appearance about evaluation of sedimentary, metamorphic, and igneous rocks as ornamental stones for industrial application. So I think next year he is potential to be invited again for mineralogy before midterm like this, Pak Dr. Muhammad, but not with me, but with other lecturer, ya, before midterm, ya, yaitu Bu Sri Wardani, ya, thing like that. Bu Sri Wardani bisa mengundang, ya, insya Allah tahun depan, karena punya pengalaman ini kaitannya dengan sebelum apa midterm. Kemudian research project, ya, about marble and granite, about cement, and about magnesia based ore, ya, for building material. So it is for application of rock mineral. And this is the publication, ya. You can see it is about cement, it is about concrete, ya, and about magmatic rocks, and about fine clay, ya, and also granite, ya. I think he is the expert in cement and concrete, but I invite him especially only about cement, ya. So apa, knowledge about cement. I think like that, yeah, I hope and I pray to Allah, may this program can be give you benefit for me, for you, and for him, yeah, for us all. Yeah, thank you very much. That is the yeah.
Share sound. Share sound.
Tadi sudah ya, belum?
Soalnya nggak share sound, jadi nggak dengar
Oh,
suara
nah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Here,
Good morning,
clearly.
students. I'm Dr. Muhammad Abdullah Rashwan. I'm Assistant
Student,
Professor,
can you clearly?
Project Sciences Department at National Research Center,
Yeah,
Egypt.
Kusuma.
This is the first lecture
Yeah.
of the visiting lecture program BMD 2026 Batch 2 for Mineralogy Class 8 Part Week of Chemistry, Brawijaya University, Indonesia, in cooperation with Dr. Itopic. And the first lecture entitled Rock Materials for Additives and Substitutes of Cement. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقل اعملوا فسيرى الله عملكم ورسوله والمؤمنون صدق الله العظيم. The contents of this lecture include type of cement, cement composition, elements and substances, crystal structure of cement components, properties and quality standards of cement, cement applications. Finally, examples of rock materials or rock minerals as cement additives or cement substitutes, and properties of these minerals, rock minerals or cement additives and substitutes. Firstly, I would like to take 3 minutes highlights on the cement as a definition, the history, and raw materials for manufacturing. Definition of cement. Cement, whether the name of the nowadays used as OPC or any type of cement or any names of cement have been used previously. Cement are adhesive materials. These adhesive materials are capable of bonding together any fragments or particles of solid materials, compacting in a compact wall or adhesive in a compact wall. But this definition is a wide definition because it includes any type of materials, whether organic or inorganic materials. But for engineering purposes, at this lecture speak, an adhesive material that bonding inorganic fragments like stone, bricks, blocks, any type of manufactured or artificial stones. And this cement combine these stones together to make strong. And this type of cement consists mainly of lime. So this its name is calcareous cement. But sometimes it may include compounds of magnesium, not only lime as a calcium oxide. If you speak about the history of cement, we can see that the area structure are composed of earth materials in the form of walls or domes. These walls or domes are prepared by ramming successive layers to be compacted, or sometimes heavy stone blocks. In the area structures, heavy stone blocks are set one above another without aid of any cement material. Example, Cyclopean masonry brick, as shown in this picture. In Egypt, the ancient Egyptians prepared a clay brick by drying process. There was no need for burning. And these bricks that are manufactured from clay or dried clay are linked together, but using Nile slim or mud. This is a type of material from the River Nile. But actually, this type of bricks are only used in the rainless climates, not all climates, because the rainwater may be damaging this type of bricks. After that, gypsum mortar has been prepared or has been invented. The plaster, as we name this type of mortar, gypsum mortar or plaster, It was a wide application in ancient Egyptian or ancient Egypt. Why? Because, as an example, the Great Pyramids, as a Khufu, was built by uniting the blocks or slabs of a strong or large stone. And these blocks or slabs are molded using gypsum mortar. And this mortar consists of mixture of sand and cementitious material like vermic gypsum. And so the gypsum in this type of mortar have been burned. Burned at a temperature, maybe maximum temperature 20-25 degrees centigrade. The lime in Egypt, or limestone in Egypt, is widespread. But you can ask yourself questions. Why Egyptian or ancient Egyptian didn't use a lime mortar? Because high temperature need to calcium or calcination of this type of materials to be used as a mortar. So gypsum has few or little temperature to be burned or to be decomposed. Another type of mortar is the lime, especially by Greeks and Romans. This type of mortar used lime as a limestone, but by snapping the lime and mixing it with sand. A new addition of lime mortar by addition of volcanic deposits, because as you know, these countries like Greek and Romans, Italy, has a volcanic eruptions. So the deposits of these volcanic eruptions are finally grounded together and mixed with the lime with previous slaked and sand to give a higher strength and durability mortar. And this mortar are used to combine the bricks or stones together to be or to give strength and durable wall. As an example, Greek use volcanic tuffs for this purpose. It's known as Centaurian earth. And Romans use this volcanic tuffs from Neapolitan Gulf or the place of the Pozzoli in Italy, which is give this is give the name of Pozzolana material, as you know, which is widespread nowadays. Roman cement, which was prepared by calcination of nodules or mixtures of argillaceous limestone, which is named Ulmar. And this type of cement actually was patented in 1796 by James Parker, which is and this type of cement has characteristics of the rapid setting cement, because after calcination of argillaceous limestone, it gives a rapid setting cement, which is called hydraulic cement. What's mean of hydraulic cement? Hydraulic cement is a cement that reacts directly with water to give the components we know as calcium silicate hydrate. And this type of cement, or this name of cement, hydraulic cement or Roman cement, was still used until 1850, then which is outdated by Portland cement, as we know nowadays. VCAT, you know this name in 1818. Also calcined or prepared a hydraulic lime by calcination of mixtures of limestone and clay. And actually his invention is a forerunner of the manufacture of Portland cement. But we know that the Portland cement, the name is used today, is generally credited to Joseph Aspdin. Aspdin is an English bricklayer in 1824, I think, published a patent for his product, which he gave his name as a Portland cement. Why his name? The product of Joseph Aspelin is Portland cement, because in the Portland city there was a stones that these stones were used in the building and the construction, and the shape and the color of this stone was similar, very similar to the product of Aspelin. So he gave his product a name, Portland cement. I think in 1845, Isaac Charles Johnson, I think I forget, Aspelin has a problem in his product. What's the problem in his product of Aspelin? The strength of the quality of Portland cement by Aspelin was not good, because the temperature was not high to be or to make cement like vitrified or to be highly cementitious. So in 1845, Johnson burned this mixture, but at high temperature, and produced Portland cement as we know it today.